for the encore. If you know, you know.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down. Check. Check. Alert, alert, alert. Check.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. 380.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm going to run you over.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Hyde. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Let's go. 380. Hey, watch the slant.
From the gun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Buccaneers have it. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 9, check 9.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Switch. Check 37. Check 37.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was taken down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Wait, set. Wait, Check 56. Rip right. Mike 56. Mike 56. Danny.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Shotgun now for Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Wait, that's it. Wait, 20. 6, right there. 56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check 13. Check 32.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Seven yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. He's crossing.
This is Jones. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And that one gives the Bucks a 7-0 lead.
Score Buccaneers 7, Seahawks 0. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown.
That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, Carson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Wilson. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They go play action here on first down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Seahawks 3. Bradley Pinion.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got it at the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Shut him down! Shut him down! Let's do this!
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 56.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a gain.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They run with Jones on 1st down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Check it, reload.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Gronk's first catch, good for a 1st down.
And a Buccaneer 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Hey, Alabama. No. Check 28, 66.
Here's Jones. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Ball carrier.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
You. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 72. Let's go, D.
Now they'll throw with Brady. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. To throw is Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They got 29 yards that time. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, it's Carson. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
The tackle made.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2 veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle 1st down. Now a dump off here complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Flush to his right. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. They got it. That could be an important 2 points that gets him back within a field goal.
Seahawks 11.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Hey, hey, watch the edge. Watch the edge. Alpha. Come, come. Hey, hey.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 58 yards, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
45. Let's go double count right here, double count.
Now Wilson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch the edge.
4th down. Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for...
Going up, a champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the. Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Ay, count a 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. 'Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the double. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. Can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right? I don't got time. I could into altar. We're talking about your brother protecting the sons and daughters from political slaughter. Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Kick off for Tampa Bay.
Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And a first carry now for Hyde. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Easy. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 12.
12 more yards there and another first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Penny, the Seahawks
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
46-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Second down and 8.
54 Mike. Tempo. 54 Mike.
Escaping the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Runs like that, this time on the RPO, is why they call him dangerous.
I love the way you drop that in there. His decision-making is what makes it all go, because his ability to process so quickly what the defense is doing, make the right read, and then when he takes off and runs, also knows how to protect himself downfield after he's gotten all he can out of a sprint.
First down, a run with Hyde, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Let's go. Watch the pass.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Hyde. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brought down at the 13-yard
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Throwing is Wilson. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Wilson.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
54
Throwing again. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone, but sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever, and I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, switch gears. He's checking.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 3, Buccaneers 0.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, here we go. Watch the safety creep. Check 3. Let's go on. No, 66. Check. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Regular.
Now Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's coming.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Check. Alert. Fresno.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Nice, sweetheart.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Wait, that's 53. 56 is Mike. Shadow. Coming. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. I'm coming.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Wait, that 180.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And this a quick slant to Lockett. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 33 yards that time. That's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. from the right hash. This from 53. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jones running on 1st down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Bandit, bandit. Kill.
Brady going to throw to Evans on the slant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
17-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check tight. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the run.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a 1st. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Check 50.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
11-yard line.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Check 43.
Now Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. Go stand in.
Brady. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll bring him back within a point. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. 45. He gives it off to Carson. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
45.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You go tight. You got tight. You go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Chris Carson. He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. So following the run by Hyde, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1 yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal.
A gain of 8. Brings up second
and run again with Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Is good. Makes the score Seahawks 20, Buccaneers 12.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, 66. Hey, it's our house. Alert 3.
On second down, here's Brady. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5.
They'll take over.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now.
12. Jason Myers to kick off for
Seattle. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Come on now. Let's do this.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Mike's 50.
Shotgun now for Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Brady's pass there, complete to Gronkowski. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. On first and 10, here's Brady.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing again on second down. Brady will drop this underneath for Jones. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Strip that ball. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Go Bandit.
Brady to throw again. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
Incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Again, it's Brady. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Today's final score, Seahawks 27, Buccaneers
a road
19.
win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
Are you responsible without your money or not?
Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess, you ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a pig, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Me now, I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Check four.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down at the 4.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Penny will try to punch it in, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Buccaneers nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Brady caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And a Buccaneer 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Keep it up, guys. Tighten up. Tighten up. Kill. Back. Slap.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer 1st.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
56.
Now Brady. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
Brady's pass intended for Antonio Brown. Incomplete.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. The Seahawks have David Moore back deep. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now it's Carson. 5 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hyde. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
18-yard line.
They run again with Hyde on first. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. You get blocked.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
6-man. Check curls, check curls. 45. 45. Let's go.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you...
It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Brady now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming after you.
Check it, reload.
I'm coming after you.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Let me go.
To throw again, Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Right there.
No, 66.
Tighten up.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On fourth down, Ryan Suckup now for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds a man, it's Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
All day. Hey. 45's the mic. Get in the weight room. Be alert.
Check. Lucky.
Again, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
For Tyler Lockett. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
14.
Throwing again here, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
For David Moore, incomplete. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it, and they've run it well here to start the second half.
Brady now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. The quick slant caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Brady going to throw. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Complete to number 14.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Buccaneers, 11.
Oh, you know what's coming. You know what's coming.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it. Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Six yards left on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Clear. Check Mike 54. Mike. One left.
Now Rashad Penny. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
He was brought down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Buccaneers' 17-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run for it with Hyde. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady gives it off to Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man has Godwin. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
First down.
56 the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Check.
Check it. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it. Hey, 16.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Obviously disappointed.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was major, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive to do what I was. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really. Just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?